Hey guys, it's Maymay and my trusty sidekick.
Oh, Vinny's here. Welcome into the Crafter After Show, where we get to talk about whatever we want to. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Oh, it's on you. You're not doing an intro. You good?
Do you want me to do the same intro? I didn't figure you wanted to do it again.
They love your intro, so maybe you could, hey, do it off the cuff. See what happens.
Yeah.
Just do an intro off the cuff.
Welcome to the Crafter After Show. We get to talk about whatever we want to. You'll get to see some things that our subscribers have sent in to us. You'll also get to see some new products and just, again, talk about whatever we want to.
That's it.
That's the best I got.
You
just
good?
Right off my brain.
He's good. That was good. All right. Let's do some across the miles. I'm intrigued. And I'll show you why I'm intrigued. This photo. Let me zoom. I wish I had like a remote to zoom. The remote is my thing goes, ooh, that's really zoomed. Okay. So this photo, if I remember correctly, is from Christmas Craft Acropolis last year. Let's see what this letter says. This letter says, Dear Minnie, no, oh my gosh, I just said our couple name. We've been looking for a couple name forever. It's Minnie. Instead of Vinmay, it's Minnie. Dear Maymay, Vinny, and team. I had this box of cards sitting on my desk for over a month and decided today is the day I'm going to get it ready to send. Sorry I missed your birthdays. The past 6-7 months have been a real struggle for me. My sister Debbie passed away unexpectedly just before Thanksgiving, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I'd already made my Christmas cards and got those mailed, but didn't craft again until your birthday bash. That week really helped me get back into the groove of crafting. It was so much fun and got me inspired to clean up the piles of unopened supplies sitting on my desk and start crafting again. I've made a few cards for the card ministry and hope to have another batch to you soon. You also have inspired me to make folios. I've made over 20 trips to foreign countries. I only have 2.5 scrapbooks done out of all those trips. Folios are a much better idea and a lot faster to do. Somehow, I'm going to choose a couple of pictures from each trip for folios. Choosing the pictures will be a lot harder than making the folios, but I'm excited about getting started on those. I even found some travel-themed paper in my old scrapbook supplies. I've enclosed a picture of you and me at Craft Acropolis last year. Maybe next time we won't be wearing masks. That was such a great trip, and I met so many nice people. I'm looking forward to the next one. Thanks to you and Vinny for bringing your love for the Lord to the crafting community. It's a blessing to have you all in my life. Love, Mo. Thanks, Mo. I love this picture of us. Thank you for sending that to me. I don't often get like actual pictures. This is really cool. I love it. It is sad to have our mask on, but you can tell we're smiling. I can tell we're smiling.
Smiles on your eyes.
We were smiling in our eyeballs. We were. Man, my hair was long. What earrings? Oh, it's Christmas earrings. I was like, what? You know, don't y'all do that too? What was I wearing?
What is
That shirt I was wearing, that was the day we matched. All the staff were wearing that shirt. That's our favorite.
Except
Look at
for
this
me.
one.
I wasn't wearing it.
Because I didn't think you'd want to wear that shirt, darling. We got those shirts at Rustic, by the way.
Thank you, Gwen. Glad you like my shirt.
Hey, Mo, I want to say this too. I'm sorry to hear about your sister. I know exactly what you're going through. Exactly. Vince and I were talking about on the way here. There's just days. I'm just having a mama day today. I just want my mama. And you just have those days, you know? Today's one of those days for me. So we're going to just keep a stiff upper lip and keep going. So 4th of July, Freedom Ring. This is pretty. Happy birthday, USA, home of the brave, land of the free. Love and prayers, Jerry. Ooh, I'm going to mess it up. I'm going to guess Shui. Nope, Shui. Nope, Shay. Or Svay. But somewhere in there I got that right, Jerry. I probably didn't. I probably didn't. Thank you for this. I love a good 4th of July card. It's so funny. I have in my lifetime been like, we like change our likes and desires. Like when Brenda and I
Fix
first
your
met.
mic again. It's still causing some bad
It's
static.
this shirt, y'all. I apologize. I'm wearing a really bad shirt for a live show. I'll just hold it for a minute until I figure out what to do. Because, like, the shirt is not. Oh, I know.
What in tarnation are you trying to do?
I'll fix it. I'm going to fix it. My shirt doesn't really have a collar. It does, but it doesn't. Did that help?
It looks to me like you stuck it right back in the same place. Clip it to the arm of the clippy doohickey.
Ooh, I can't. It's metal on metal. I can't do it.
There you go.
And I'll be super still. There's been times in my life when I was like not into Americana. Like Brenda and I talked about it. Like I wasn't a person that liked heart decor or Americana decor or just certain things. But it's funny how I circle back around and now I'm like, I love this. I love that. I've never been into red, white, and blue. Now everywhere I look, I'm looking at red, white, and blue. It's so funny how you cycle. And like color, I've always been black, red, and white. Not always, because I also am an orange fan. But like, I've been into all these rainbowy colors. Look at all of our logos lately. Like, we've been trying to bring color into the logos more, like splatters of paint, splatters of color. I don't know, just going through a thing. Next year, it'll probably be all black and white again or something. But I notice I'm not the only one who does this, because I follow a lot of bloggers that like home decor and stuff like that. And they change their home decor so often. It's part of their job, but still.
Right.
When they change it, it's so funny because it's the whole color scheme changes, the whole thing. And I'm like, see, that's how I am too. I could do that same thing. So thank you for this card. I hope somewhere in there I got your name somewhere close to right. Is it better on my shirt now?
Yes.
This
Several thank yous.
is awesome. I love this card. Look at this card. This says, "You're the peachiest." Those peaches are fantastic. Fantastic.
Michelle, I will see if I can find it.
Dear Maymay and staff, thank you for all the cards and crafts you show us how to make. It has been fun using my extra paper and scraps into useful items. God bless Edna Warner. Edna Warner. Look how pretty that is. Wow, her coloring though.
Is that some peaches?
Yeah.
Oh, check them out.
Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
The peachiest.
The peachiest. Thank you so much, Edna. I love that. This card says Maymay on it. These cards. Oh, Maymay, these cards are for your ministry. I truly hope someone gets blessed by these cards. Your Christian walk inspires me to be a better Christian. Wow, Addie. Thanks, Addie. That's a tough one right there, isn't it? that's a like, you better stand up straight because you're inspiring people. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. For those of you who don't see your cards, like the box of your cards or whatever you sent, Amber's just getting them and filing them and sending them as she gets them. So that's why I just have your cards. But I really appreciate you guys sending the cards so I can know that you're sending them in and we can say thank you to you. So thank you so much, Addie, for that and for your sweet words. That was very, very kind. Very kind. Yeah, I know, Tamitha. I knew you'd love that coloring. Tamitha's all about coloring. I feel like I'm still scratching.
You're not saying it.
I'm trying really hard not to move. Let's try it like that.
It's going to scratch against that base right there.
It doesn't get any better, babe.
Try it on the other side. There.
Try that.
Maybe.
This is to Vinny. This is really neat. So
You just don't have a flat
my shirt is very soft.
chest area
I
to
won't.
have it to stay.
Listen.
Anyway.
I know it's
Mine
maybe after
doesn't
dark,
do
but
that.
still, I know because you. Okay.
You know,
Also,
anyway.
you have a button up there. I don't have any buttons. Look, this is for you, man. I love my little note cards, my little notebooks I get like this, covered in this cardstock. It's so cute. This one's for you. I love it. You're going to love this too for your desk.
Cool.
I have like a stack of them over here I use. But look at this. So this box says on the box, I don't put it in there in case there's an address, says, to Maymay, hopefully you'll receive this before the 4th. I just left towels for my kitchen. I look forward to your videos. Hey, Vinny, here's a notebook inside. Hopefully you will like it. Thanks for all you do, Shannon, Vinny, and staff for us. Love and hugs, Holly Downs. Love, hugs, and prayers, Holly Downs. Look at this. Are you kidding me? I love it. Babe, it's a hot dog.
How cute.
I love this so much. Look at the little Statue of Liberty dog. Look at these guys. These are really cute. I love this. I too am a tea towel fan. You already know that, Holly, but I love that one very much. So cute. All right. Should I zoom back out? Where am I at? I was really, really tightly zoomed. Okay. Here's the good news. My 49 and Market fans. Yeah, I'm a little too tight. Here's the deal. Your albums are back in. Now, they came in end of last week, and I think the girls just put them in stock. We didn't show them or anything. So the albums that you love, I don't have one in here. I don't have one in here. But the albums that we made before, the ones that fit this paper perfectly, you don't even have to cut it, it just works. You've seen me use it before. They're back in stock. I want to say we have white and black. Is that right? Taylor, that's a Taylor question. But this is the new paper pack. It's called Viking, and if you remember, I got the laser cuts for the, not the laser cuts, I got the ephemera. Let me look right here. I think they're over here.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Jasmine tried to give me some, and I said, Jasmine, I got some in there, but she's going to see this and go, I tried to give you some. And I'm going to go, I
Probably.
know. Oh, I got them right here. Thanks, Jasmine. Thanks, Ajax. Okay. So I showed you this before, and I said, I'm not even going to
She
get
said
you
we
excited.
got white landscape.
So we got white in, not black. I said, I'm not even going to get you excited about this until the paper comes in. Well, here it is, okay? Look how pretty this is. Let's open the paper pack. Where's my purple fans? Where's my green fans? This is gorgeous. Let's look at it. And by the way, is that called Viking? I'm calling it, oh. That's new.
Don't get carried away now.
That's a new scent, because that's interesting. I don't think I've ever done a flip through of this paper. I don't think I have. Look at this. I love that they don't waste the back. This is cardstock. And look how beautiful. Oh my goodness. This paper. Now you get 4 sheets, 3 or 4, we'll see. 3 or 4 sheets of each the same, but you get how much paper? You get 28 sheets, 3 of each, 9 double-sided pattern papers, and a fussy cutting sheet. And the reason for that is because these are made to cover those albums, and you get a lot of pages. Look how beautiful. And one thing I love is really you can turn it this way and it doesn't matter. I know there's text on there, but honestly, by the time you cover the page, it doesn't matter. I mean, for me, because y'all know I'm not real picky about that stuff, but look how gorgeous this is. Oh my goodness. My purple folks, my teal folks, my green folks.
Yes, you are right, Linda. It is Maymay After Dark, and she did need a minute to smell it.
I did. This page, though, look at that. Oh, look at that. Ooh, that navy. This is just beautiful, isn't it? The folks at 49 and Market know what they are doing. It's beautiful. And what I love about it is that it is ready to go in those albums. And this is your cut of, oh, look at that. Wow. And that's on the back of that. Look at that page.
That is so pretty.
So pretty. And these are your cut aparts. These are fussy cutting sheets. Love these. But if you're not into fussy cutting, here's what you do, okay? You pick up the laser cuts. These laser cuts are super cool. I do not want to open this package. Let me tell you why. They are laser cut. If I pull them out, they will start to fall out, okay? Because they are done so you don't have to cut them. So like the cuts are already made. It looks like they're one sheet, but they're not. Can you see how they have the cuts in there? And you get in here 79 elements, assorted frames, lace, flowers, photo wraps, tabs, and more. So you see these are frames. Look at the lace. You saw me use something like this in the Downton Abbey album. Okay, so check that out. And I will, let's see, I will open this ephemera for you guys. Let me put this guy back in here. Let's put that down.
Okay, I'm looking for a question somebody asked and I missed it apparently. So I'm scrolling backwards, so I'm going to be quiet for a minute. See if I can find it.
I'm going to open this ephemera pack. I want y'all to see what comes in here. It's so pretty. It's going to make a mess on my desk, but we'll clean it up together. Set that over there.
Debbie, ask your question again because I don't see it and I'm afraid I'm going to miss too much if I don't stay there. Someone in the UK is watching you at 12:45 a.m.
God love you.
That is Heather in the UK.
Heather, where are you at in the UK? I just like to
It's
know.
her first time live.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to since it's your first time here, but I love to know where you're from in the UK because I'm quite the Anglophile. Is that how you say it? Anglophile. And I watch a lot of UK everything, and I'm kind of getting used to the cities and kind of where things are, because one day I will visit there.
Yes, Yvonne, I said earlier I ordered 300 more sets today. We got in 240 some odd sets this morning.
Gosh, look at that.
And they sold out, I mean, in less than a day. So I'm very sorry, but I ordered 300 more today, and hopefully they'll be in not too long a time.
You know, people probably think 200 is not a lot, but what they need to understand is like, even when we have new releases, we don't order 200 on
No.
new releases. So there comes a saturation point where everybody who wanted that set has gotten it. And so if he orders like 500 and we've reached the saturation point, they sit on the shelf. So like it's kind of we call it the saturation point. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because if you don't know, we are a strictly cash-based business. We don't do anything on credit when it comes to buying product and things for the store. So, you know, it's bad business for us to have something that sits on the shelf for a long period of time. So,
You know why? Because Maymay likes something new and fresh all the time. That's the problem.
yeah. So,
Speaking of that,
apologize.
we have vaulted stamp sets. I didn't do this for the longest time. I didn't retire stamp sets. But I discovered something. And I was like, I think I figured out why people retire sets. Because, you know, when we make a stamp set, so I started making stamp sets in 2013. Well, what was popular in 2013, the styles have changed. Now, fortunately for me, I think most of my sets are pretty timeless. And I think you'll agree with me about that. But I still would like to redo some of them. And as long as we have it on the shelf, it's a little hard to do that. So we have vaulted these sets, and Taylor has put on here, this is not Taylor, this is Shannon, I think. Someone, I don't know who did, I want to give credit, has put the vault number on here as well. So when I show them, if you want to look them up in the store, like if you want to be kind of quick, you can pull them up by the vault number. So like this is you cannot see it. This is VO1. Vault VO1, and this one is All is Bright. I love this set. It's not that I don't love it. By the way, the vault means they're marked down as low as they'll ever go. They won't go any lower than this, okay? And they won't come back unless there's a major outcry. For example, we vaulted the frog set. You guys wanted it back. We vaulted the shake set. You guys wanted it back. I want to say we brought back 3 vaulted sets. So if there's something here you see that you're like, no, like for real, like don't vault it, we'll listen. But this one I want to redo. I love it, but I think a new modern font, and when I say redo it, it won't look like this. It's just that by vaulting this set, it gives me the opportunity to bring out another set similar or along this vein. Does that make sense? Like it won't be exactly like this, because also if I have this one in my stash, I want one that can work with it and not be exact. So I'm not talking about we're going to like redo this exactly, but we're going to bring it back in a new way. So All is Bright. This is a good one though. It's a good one. All right, VO2. I thought we had already vaulted this, but maybe we didn't. But this one is Banner Day, and it has these little banners that you can make the little banners with, and then the font to go inside the banners or to make your own wording. And it has "You're invited, let's party, happy birthday, and thinking of you." This is a good set. You can use this for a lot. I just want the opportunity to redo it, right? This one is VO3, and it is Apple of My Eye. And I love to tell y'all stories about my sets. Should I tell them stories about this? So this set.
Can.
This particular
it's just
set,
sad if they can't get it because it's vaulted and it's sold out. But
it's a cute story.
I think you should.
It's not a cute story. Here's what happened. We were on our way back from a Maymay event somewhere. It must have been the first time you and I went to Stamp Escape. Was it Stamp Escape? Is that the name of that one we went to?
The one in Tennessee.
The one in Tennessee back in the day. Because on the way home, I drew and designed this set in the Tahoe. I feel like I was in the Tahoe doing this. So this set was completely done on the way home from one of the events. So I always remember that. It's kind of fun.
Do you remember what year that was? 16?
I don't really remember. This one is Angel Song. Now, Angel Song is an absolutely gorgeous set. It is perfect for Christmas. Do you see these sayings? I wanted to go ahead and put some Christmas stuff in so you guys could grab them now so you could use them. And that angel is so cute when she is colored. Another thing I want to tell you guys, if you're like, I need some inspiration for the stamp sets, go to our customer gallery on our website. It's just a gallery for you to look at, but you can look through all the projects that all our customers have made over the years. Like Timothy, how many posts are there? So many, but this is a great one. It's a great one. I see that strawberry information. Y'all know me. Okay. Y'all know me.
Tammy said it was Stamp Escape.
VO5, not what you use in your hair. Y'all remember Formula VO? Was it VO5? Not Formula VO5, just VO5. And VO5 used to make that hairdressing. Do you remember? Do they still make hairdressing? Somebody probably still uses it. That made your hair shimmer like brand new hair. Y'all remember what I'm talking about? I want to say Mama used it. You put a little, I don't know, I'm off track, but you put a little in your hand, you rub it together, and you put it through your hair, and it like shimmered. Y'all tell me, y'all know, right? VO5. Okay, this one is called Floral Kaleidoscope, and I'll tell you a little story about it. I drew these too. So I found a program that would let me do kind of this kaleidoscope designing, and I designed these little flowers, and I really enjoyed it. And I wrote these sentiments, and I thought I was so funny in this one because I said this. I said, I don't pick favorites. Yes, I do. It's you. I thought that was funny. I thought that was good. Roses are red. Violets are blue. Wait, those aren't roses. Oh, well, I love you or thinking of you because these are not roses. Again, I think I'm funny.
Is that not the one that all the kids drew
No,
theirs to?
y'all did, and it's coming too. I'll show you what y'all did. So VO6, this one is called Prayer Works. Now listen. We wanted a set that talked about prayer, and the reason you're going to see several of my prayer stuff in here is because I want to do something different. I want to bring something else out, so you're going to see it. But this one is all about praying, about faith, and look, it's got these little guys that kneel. So many of you tell me you use these for like your children's church ministry or your like church, like Sunday school ministries and stuff like that. This is such a good one for that, so grab it while it's a really, really good price. Okay, VO7. VO7, that's this one's number. Tater, I know, taters. I can't even believe I'm doing it myself. I just can't believe it. But I did allow the staff to pick some stamp sets that they thought had run their course and that we could do better. And this is one they picked. Now, personally, I don't think I can do this tater better. I love this tater. Y'all know I'm a tater fan. Tater's my favorite food. I will tell you, this is a set we designed sitting at the Thanksgiving table. Mm-hmm. And everybody had a say in this one. And it was very, very funny. Like, it takes two to Tato. I only have eyes for you. You're a spud. Here's looking at you, Tater. Later, Tater. You're smashing. Howdy, Tater. Hey, sweet Tater. I dig you, and you're so appealing. And I can remember my uncle giving me things to say, and you giving me things to say. And this was a funny one. We sat around my dining room table.
Uncle David.
No, Uncle Martin and Aunt Nita were there. It was the year Uncle Martin, Aunt Nita, Greg, everybody came to my house. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And it was that year we all talked about it.
I was thinking we did it on vacation in Gatlinburg.
No, it was at our house at Thanksgiving.
Okay, cool.
So fun. This one, VO8, is called Ask, Seek, Knock. This is a great set. I love this set. I just want to play with some more stuff, but I love this. This little pumpkin topiary is my very favorite thing yet. Also, this little welcome fits inside this little sign, so you get that little welcome sign that stands beside the door. This beautiful door, which can be stamped like it is or cut out and use just the door. It's really, really cute. I love this one. I have to hurry. There's a bunch. VO9. This one is Chores Can Wait. So cute. I'll remember. Listen, let me tell you what I remember about this set. Mandy and I placed every one of these dishes in this sink on purpose for a purpose. Like, we were very, very careful with how we placed them. Even the little dishes we stacked up, I cannot tell you how many times I was like, Mandy, can we turn that handle here? Can we put that handle here? Can we do, like, so meticulous. Now, Mandy was real picky about her laundry basket. She wanted it to look a certain way. I just remember us getting this one done. That vacuum's my favorite. The sentiments on here are so funny. This one is available in the vault. This is the one we did at the lake on vacation,
yes,
V10.
That's right.
This one's called Fancy Flurries. This is when we did, the kids came in and drew. It was really cool because they could just like draw something and it turned into this. And what you don't realize is some of these have words. So like, I want to say it's this one, right? One of these, let me see which one it is. One of them says, let it snow. Like when the program we were using would do it for us. And like I would write Merry Christmas or Let It Snow or something like that. And it would create these. Now these are fancy flurries because they are not 6-starred snowflakes. Okay. These are fancy. These are a whole different thing. These are fantastical snowflakes. So I do know that snowflakes have 6 legs, points, whatever. But these are fanciful flurries. And so this one is available too. And my kids, I think even Taylor did one of these. Taylor, didn't you do one of these? I think one of these is yours. All the kids did one that year when we were at the lake. Happy Hibiscus. This is V11, Happy Hibiscus. I want to redo some more flower stuff. So I'm going to offer this to you. This layers. You don't have to layer. You have your individual line stamps, but you can also layer them up together. It's really pretty, and I do have a video on this one. So Happy Hibiscus. I've gotten myself messed up here. How am I doing this? This is how I'm doing it. Okay. V12, one of my favorite sets. Still to this day, one of my favorite sets. This one is Maymay's Tulips, because lips down here, the big caption, all the little caption extras there. But these sentiments are some of my favorite. You're pretty special. Sure am missing you. Bet you rock this day. You are the best friend ever. You heard it from my two lips. I love this set. I think it's super cute. I actually think it was a little before its time. I'm just going to say. Just going to say it. I was also competing with Mandy's tulips, and hers were perfect. I think they're in here too.
I think so.
You don't or do?
I do.
I think so too. Yep. Yep, yep. V21, Mandy's Tulips. These are layered tulips. They're really good for spring because they have a spring saying, but they're also great for any time of year that you want to use tulips. They have With Sympathy, which is a beautiful With Sympathy on there. Isn't that pretty? So that was Mandy's Tulips and then Maymay's Tulips. This one was already vaulted, and Vinny brought it back on accident. So bonus, y'all get this one again. So V13, this is Santa Stuck. This is the original Santa Stuck V13, and so it is back available to you guys. This one is spintastic. Look how cute this is. I love this set. So these pinwheels, these little pieces can stamp inside, and it's so pretty done in red, white, and blue, or yellow and pink and green. All the like summer popsicle colors. I love it. It has a little stick, which can also be a straw. This is a really good one, and this one's available on the site. Joy in the Journey, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's go, ready? There's your crowd noise. Thank you so much for that. This one is V15. V15 is Brenda's Botanicals. Don't be sad, don't be sad. Brenda's going to be bringing you more beautiful things, but this one I think is ready to let us redo it. What you got here is, here's what Brenda did with this set. This set, those are ornaments. These are acorns. These can be two things. She does it where she colors them as sunflowers or poinsettias. She can do it both ways because she's, you know, a fine artist. But look at that picket fence she drew. By the way, Brenda sketched all of these. So we love how this turned out. And then it's just got some great words. Autumn and joy, family, friends, Christmas, hello. It's actually autumn is better with family, or Christmas is better with friends, or whatever. So really cute. Love this one. It's a good set. They're all good. I just want to do some more.
Yeah.
V16. This was one from, do you remember we used to do Edith's Kits? We used to put in a set every month for Edith's Kits. It was every month, wasn't it?
Seems like.
I think so too. This is one for her. It's a really good set. I love the set. These little jars stamp inside this basket. These little words can stamp in here or on the little basket itself. It's got some really cute little flowers and little stems that you can put out of the little jars. Really, really cute. But we want to do some more of it. We want to do some more of it. Oh, this one's like... But listen, you're going to see a lot of fall stuff in here, like some that are heartbreaking, okay? But I just know it's time to bring them into the modern, okay? I just know it is. So V17, okay, V17 is Thankful Thought. I love this set. This border alone, this border is so good for your fall, for your Thanksgiving sets, your fall sets. It's so beautiful. And the pumpkins are so easy to color because all the shading's done for you. Just one color situation. I love this set so much. I actually remember, I think Mandy was on vacation and we had this set halfway done and I ended up having to do the sentiments on this one. I remember this was the first time I learned, so silly. It's the first time in graphics I learned how I could mix my words together and make them work, like have them overlap each other. I was so proud of myself. So proud of myself. Stuff I remember from all these sets, right? It's funny.
All right, guys, we got 551 people watching. Only 210 likes.
What?
We got to fix that.
That doesn't even make good math. Trust me. I don't know math, but I believe that.
So if you're enjoying watching tonight, be sure to give us a thumbs up. We would appreciate it.
Jean asked, can she still get it? All the sets I'm showing you right now are in the vault, and they are available at the lowest price they're ever going to be at. And
if they haven't already sold
if they have not sold out, they are there. Okay, and I think they're put. Taylor just put up the whole vault collection, so you can go see the vault. And if it's there, if it's available, it's there. Okay. V18. This one's kind of sad. So this set is called Bushel and a Peck. I did this set because my grandmother used to sing Bushel and a Peck to me. Matter of fact, I remember when I released this set telling y'all the story of how she sang that song. I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck. And that's where this one came from. And I love this scarecrow, and I painstakingly drew this scarecrow because I just love this little guy. I thought he was so cute. Also, these hay bales. But I want to bring this out in in what we can do now. This was my early learning art or my graphic art design, and I want to do this again in what we can do now and how I know we can really rock this set. So this one is available, lowest price it's going to be, and it's really kind of sad. Just know I have one of all of these. I save one of all, like I have one of all.
Yes.
Right. V19, you need this set. This is a funny set. So this one is called Sarcastically Yours, because this card has your name all over it, and then you have like your name. So what I did, because I thought this was funny, again, this is my sense of humor, I stamped your name all over it, and then this card has your name all over it, and then I used my good paper to make this #true love, right? Your name, happy birthday. I think this is funny. If you make a card with it, it fits some people. It fits like the people in your life that have the same sense of humor as me, I suppose. Here's a good set, V20. If you like small flowers, this is a great set. I think this is a really good one. I remember the first time I ever actually quoted somebody. That was very interesting for me. I've never really done that before, but I did on this set, and I loved how these little flowers turned out. These are still very, very useful. I love to stamp these in all different colors on a card or something, but never goes out of season, never goes out of style. They're flowers. They're good all the time, and they're actually coming back. In the UK, they call this like a ditzy print. Speaking of the UK, did my friend tell me where she was from?
If she did, I didn't see it.
Oh,
I might have
man.
missed it, though.
I missed it. They call it a ditzy print when it's little ditzy flowers. It's so cute. This one, this is layered, actually called Dogwoods in Bloom, and it's layered dogwoods. And again, I just want to have an opportunity to do more dogwoods in another way, but here's this one available to you, and I love this set. Again, with my layered sets, here's what I do. A lot of people struggle layering. I don't even do well layering all the time. So we always try to give it to you where you don't have to layer it, or you can layer it. Okay, so you have an option there. So love that one. We're a little over halfway through. Oh, this is a sad one. Where's G? This is from back in the day when we were doing everything stitched. We still do, but I love this pumpkin with the stitches and the acorn with the stitches. But again, fall's coming, and I really want to kind of bring some good fall stuff back in a new modern look. But this one is called Fall Stitched Up, and I love this little fall, that little stitched wind blowing. Oh, so cute. V23. And this set does not get the love it deserves. It does not, okay? Here's why. This is a birthday set. It's actually called Birthday Bash. This came out for my birthday one year. I can't remember what year it was. These layer, like happy birthday stamps inside of here, and the words fit perfectly. We have on the site, on the product page, you can see how they layer. We'll have that for you. Matter of fact, if you'll look on our product page, my designers usually give you what's called sample sheets. So you can always get samples of what we had in mind when we were designing them. So like this little guy layers on top of here, so the frosting is a different color and the candle is outlined. This guy lays on top of here. This little guy goes, I forget where he goes. In here? No, I think he's just a bonus. No, he stamps on here. They layer. That's right. They layer. And then this one is by itself, I think, and this one's by itself in case you didn't want to. But you also get this little guy that you can stamp in here or around here if you want to do a different color. So check out the sample sheets too, okay? This is a really, really fun set. And it is easy to use. They line up real easy. V25 is called Happy Fall, y'all. Again, a lot of fall sets are seeing the vault this year because I want to bring back some really good fall sets for you. So a lot of these are seeing the vault, but this is a great set. I love this little wagon. Love this little wagon. And all of this works so well. These pumpkins are so great, and I use this one so much. Love that sunflower right there. I use this one so much. So grab that one. Vinny said where she's from. Did you see it? She said where she's from.
Jenny said Nottingham.
Nottingham. Oh.
I didn't see it, so I apologize.
V26. This is Sunflower Wishes. I love this set. Okay, listen. If you have this set, you know. You stamp this guy on yellow. You stamp this guy on brown. You stamp this on green. Stamp this. Lay this together. It's the easiest sunflower you'll ever make. It is so easy. And the words all work together. But I think I can do it again. So I wanted to give it to you guys as an opportunity at the lowest price. I love this guy. I really do. I'm like sitting here telling myself it's okay that it's in the vault. It's okay. It's a good set. It's a good set. I had a lot of fun with this one. A lot of fun. V27. This one is Flowers for a Friend. Now, I love this set, but I let my staff pick sets, and they chose this one. And all these flowers, they're so beautiful, and they work really well on the edge of a card. And all these sentiments that are just straight line sentiments, I love them. They're all for friends, all about making friends or being friends, and they work for everybody all the time. Live life in full bloom. You're invited. You make my life blossom. Grateful for you. You're a whole bouquet of wonderful. This is a good one. Good one. Oh, she said one of them sold out. I don't know which one. Showers of blessings. So cute. This is a great set. The little ladies in their little outfits and their umbrellas with their little dog and the little leash for the dog. Little puddles. So good. And I love this font. Love this like handwriting font. It's so cute. This is a great set too. The problem is I like all our sets. That's the problem.
That's because you created them.
Well, I put my whole heart in them. This set is actually a Mandy set. This is V29. It's actually called Essential Dots and Dashes. This was, Mandy loved planners, and that's what we got. You know, that's how we met Mandy. Oh, there's another super chat.
Yep, just came in from
Thank
Yvette.
you. Thank you, Yvette. I just saw the color pop up. But Mandy loved planners, and that's how we met, was the whole planners and the stickers and all that kind of stuff. And so she wanted a stamp set for planners, and this guy right here is so detailed. If you're a planner person, look, you have all these little menus. They call them menus, I think. No, checklists. These are called checklists. Then you've got all these little bubbles and little things you can stamp. You can stamp in solid, dots, and dashes. I think that's why she called it Essentials, Dots, and Dashes. Then up here you've got all these little icons. I know it's hard for you to see. I'm going to bring it up kind of close. Those little icons are perfect for your planners, for your, even your address book. And then all these little words. These were her favorite things, and this is what she used in her planner. So that one is available as well. And then I just have one more, and it's perfect for summer, V30. This little guy. This is another one I think we did for Edith sets, and it's called Marine Life. It's perfect for summer. I can see this one watercolored or color penciled. Alcohol marker. This is really pretty when it's colored. All right. Those are the ones. So I picked some. My staff picked some. I'm excited because that means I get to play and bring y'all some new, fresh things. Not the same, but it opens the world up for me because, like I said, I used to go, why would you retire a stamp set? Well, now I know. Because I go, I've already got it. I've already got it. You know, and you don't always want that. I wanted to tell you guys, I wanted to answer a couple questions from Monday night's video. Let me move this to big faces. By the way, this scene, so we can have scenes on my thing. So when I say big faces, this scene is called Big Faces. That's what I named it. So for those of you who don't know, we changed our schedule up and we've added some videos and we haven't taken anything away, we've just added videos. Changed times. On Monday night, now we're doing Maymay's Maker Monday, where I just talk about something that you guys ask questions about or something I want to tell you about crafting or making in any way. Well, Monday night I did my trimmer trouble video where I talked to you about things that might help you with your trimmer or some best practices and things like that. But there were some questions, and they're valid questions that I think I need to answer because not all of you have watched all my 2,000 videos. Shock.
I mean, it's mind-boggling that somebody could have missed one.
How could you have missed one? But not all of you have watched them. So the trimmers I brought to you in my video, the biggest question that I saw it 3 or 4 times, and Tamitha if there's any other questions I need to answer, Tamitha, that I haven't seen, let me know. But one of the biggest questions was, what about guillotines and what about rotary cutter trimmers? Okay, so I want to answer them real quick. And I have answered the people who asked, but I want to let you guys know too. So for guillotines, and listen, this is an unpopular opinion if you love a guillotine. If you don't love a guillotine, you'll understand what I'm saying. I don't like to use a guillotine cutter for two and 3 reasons. The first reason is the size. I either have a tiny guillotine that's not always perfect for me, or I have a massive guillotine. I like to, if you saw my trimmers, I have a trash can beside me, and it's rectangle.
We got a super chat from Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. So on my rectangle trash can, I balance my trimmers on the corner. So I have my super trimmer, my Cricut chipboard trimmer, and then down here on the floor standing up next to my desk is my regular Cricut trimmer, 2 other Cricut trimmers, because I'm Cricut obsessed with those trimmers, and then my scoreboard. So size is a big thing for me, okay? The second thing about a guillotine trimmer that I don't love is I feel like they push paper. Where I showed you in that video Monday night how to use your stopper at the top and how to cut from the bottom up and get rid of the wiggle, the paper wiggle. You struggle with that guillotine, and it's really hard when you use multiple layers of paper at the same time. Now remember, Just because I have not used a trimmer on screen does not mean I have not used it. We have a guillotine trimmer that is, how much did you pay for that trimmer? That thing's massive.
I don't know. I don't remember.
He bought it to cut chipboard with. It is like, it looks like a medieval torture device. It does. It's like massive. Plus,
it's like one of those big ones they used to have in
for
schools
school
all the time.
Back in the day, guillotines were the thing. We used those trimmers all the time. I just never loved them. I never felt like I got good quality cuts from them. That doesn't mean you don't. This is like when I watch makeup videos and they're like, this is the worst product I've ever used, but it might be the best product for you. That's kind of how this is, okay? The third reason for me is price, okay? These trimmers that I show you do really good work and really get the job done for very little money, where guillotines can be pricey. For the most part, are pretty much pricey. So there's 3 reasons for that. Now, rotary trimmers, okay. Here's my issue with rotary trimmers, and I have used them. As a matter of fact, I was watching some of my old videos tonight. I'll tell you about that too. I was watching some of my old videos tonight, and I was using the old, and this is not to bash Fiskars. I love Fiskars. I still carry Fiskars products in my store, but the old rotary Fiskars was one that I used. And what I don't love about it is this plastic situation, okay, it's just not sturdy enough for a rotary cutter. It just isn't. The only way to get a good rotary cutter, in my opinion, is 2 things. One, to get a massively huge one with that metal bar. And I've said this, I've talked about this in videos before. I have the Fiskars, I don't know where it is. It's probably in the classroom. But we have a Fiskars that, you know, the one that folds up and opens out and it's got that rotary arm. It's great for when I need big projects. It's not something I use in my video or that I keep close to me because it's big and it's bulky. But because that rotary blade is on that metal bar, it works great. The second thing about a rotary trimmer, or I said 3, but the second thing about a rotary trimmer is you can get some really expensive ones. I'm not going to say name brands. I've already said enough name brands. You can get some really expensive ones, okay? Again, for me, it's price, it's size, and it's convenience. We had a class one night. We were teaching, and the lady was struggling in the class because of her trimmer. Her trimmer was not a movable, what would you say? Movable?
Portable?
Portable. Her
Ooh,
trimmer wasn't
excuse
portable.
me.
It was one of those big, nice trimmers, but she had to go to it. So when we were cutting things where we just pull our trimmer out, she'd have to go to her trimmer, and it really slowed her down. Now, that doesn't mean they're not quality, and it doesn't mean they don't do a good job. They just don't work for me in my style of crafting. So those are the big 2 questions I got. I think, unless Tamitha knows of another question that I missed, but those are the big 2.
Do you have your glue bottle right there?
Mm-hmm.
Can you take the fine metal tip off and show them how to put it back on?
I have a video showing.
I know, Tamitha shared the link for that, but I thought you might just show Debbie real quick.
Okay, here's the deal. With your glue bottles,
It fits on the 2 ounce and the 4 ounce cap,
not the 1 ounce.
not the 1 ounce.
With your glue bottle, your plastic bottle, this tip will already have a hole in it for you. Don't cut another hole. It'll already come with a hole, okay?
Can they see that?
Am I not doing a good job? Probably not.
There you go. I didn't know if you switched it. You're
Oh
good.
yeah, I did switch it. It'll already come with a hole. The threads are in the fine metal tip. So what you'll do is you'll put this onto the plastic and you're going to twist it like you're twisting it onto threads, but the threads it makes its own threads. The metal threads into the plastic and then it does not come out, but it's easy to come off. Now, there are times when it's not easy to come off by twisting it when you have too much glue seeping out. So if you ever have glue seep underneath here, go ahead and take the time to clean that, okay? And that's all you have to do. Don't make an extra hole. Just twist this little guy on and put your pin in.
Don't stab yourself.
Don't stab yourself. But another thing that's really, really important, and I'll show you with this. This is my refill bottle that is so old, y'all. This thing is way past its 1-year date. I'm going to be honest with y'all.
Shake it.
I just shake it, shake it, shake it. Here's the deal. Do you see how clean? Do you see how clean this is? When you refill your bottle, wipe this off, okay? Wipe this off before you put this cap back on. See how clean this cap is? This bottle, I wish I had a date on it. I need to write birth dates on these too.
It's extremely old because it's the new body shape.
Well, it's been in this room a while.
That's an 8 ounce, right?
Yes.
It's the new bottle shape.
Okay, so maybe it's not as old as I think. But I have another bottle over here somewhere. But the trick is wipe this off, not with your fingers. Use a cloth. Clean that off before you put this cap back on. I mean, this bottle's almost empty.
Michelle, if your bottle keeps flowing glue, you got it turned a little too tight. You need to
That's what I was gonna
loosen
tell
the
you.
cap just a touch.
That's what I was going to tell you. If you over tighten it, it will create a vacuum. Now, did you see how I was able to get that lid off? And you can see how old this bottle is, okay? It's because even though there's glue here, every time I refill it, I clean that, okay? And I take this to the sink and I rinse it. And then I put the cap back on. And that keeps me from gluing my cap shut. But when you put your cap back on, just put it back on. Don't over twist it. You don't need to go, you don't need to do it, okay?
Yeah, don't crank it down.
So don't crank it. Just do this. If you crank it, it might start vacuuming out of here or vacuuming out of here. Somehow it does that. So, Judy, I'm so glad you're here. Haven't seen us in a long time. It's this nighttime thing probably. I love your questions. If you have more questions, let me know. And did Tamitha tell me there were any more questions? How to line up the paper.
Ricky,
that was a question.
Ricky, Robin says, can you please tell Ricky happy anniversary? And Maymay money is perfect 9th anniversary gift. Yeah, Ricky, Robin needs some Maymay money. So you need to go to Maymay Made It and buy her a $500 gift card.
Wow. Whoa.
So she can have some Maymay money.
Wait a minute.
I don't even think we have $500.
I'm going to remember that because on my anniversary, I asked for a $500 gift card. That's what I'm asking for.
I'll get you one to Maymay Made It.
Oh, no, I want it to Moreland's.
Oh, well, it might be different then.
I want a $500 gift card to Moreland's. Or you could do $250 to Moreland. No, I need a lot at Moreland's. I want $500 for Moreland's and $250 for Rustic. That's what I need. So
You went way over the top.
I did. All right, this was a question the other night. I'm glad that Tamitha reminded me. And this is a question I've had for years and years and years. It's a good question. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom. Here we go. Okay. The question is, where do you line the paper up? Do you line it up to the line before you get to the line? Okay, let me try that again because I don't like the way I'm saying that. So like the number 2, this is the 2-inch mark, right? There's the line for 2 inches. So the question is, do I put the paper at the line, on the line? Typically that's the question, at the line or on the line? So here's what I'm going to tell you, and I discovered this years ago. I had this same struggle. Where do I put this paper? In front, behind, whatever? I didn't know. But here's what I discovered. You pick. You're an either on the line person or an in front of the line person. And as long as you stick to that every time you cut, that is such a minute little bit. Hold on, that wouldn't stay. That's such a minute little tiny bit that it's not going to matter. How did I have this, babe?
Babe, I don't have a clue.
I think like that. It will not show up in your crafting as long as you say, I'm an on the line girl or a guy or crafter. I just say crafter. Or I'm an in front of the line crafter. Whatever you decide is going to be consistent. And here's why I tell you that, okay? That movement is not even a 1/16 of an inch. Like the eye, depending on how good you are with your eye, I can see like an 1/8 and a quarter. If something's off, I can see that. But that's because I work in 8s and quarters a lot. Most people cannot see an 1/8 off. And that's a pretty good, you probably don't see an 1/8 off.
Probably not.
But it's such a tiny difference. As long as you're consistent, it won't matter. Now, is there a real answer? There probably is, and I'll tell you why I think there is. If you come down to your grid, this is the only way I can figure it. If I don't look at the line, but I look at my grid and I line this up to that grid line, it splits that 2-inch mark, which is interesting. So you can, that was the question. 2 it, split it, whatever. I just try to be consistent. And to be honest with you, I don't spend a whole lot of time worrying about it, and I've never really seen it mess me up. I understand the question though. I don't know where to go. I don't know.
Tanya says she wanted to know what causes the paper to have a lump or a bump after the trimmer cuts it.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had that. What? Can you explain that a little more to me? Lump or bump? Where does the lump or bump exist? But I don't think you can mess up as long as you go, I'm an on the line person, I'm a behind the line person, I'm an in front of the line person. It won't matter as long as you stay close, because no trimmer is going to have enough. Like the line is not even a 1/16 of an inch wide, so you're not going to make it. It's not going to make that big of a difference. And I know that's not the answer you want. If you need an answer, on the line. It won't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
as long as you're consistent.
That's it. As long as you're consistent, that's all that's going to matter. Lump and a bump.
Somebody said it could be a dull trimmer.
It depends on the lump and the bump. I'll tell y'all this too. I think a lot of times you guys think your trimmer's dull when it's the paper. And I'll tell you why I say that. I get pictures from you guys. Like you'll send me pictures, why is this doing this or whatever. And I can tell you right now in my own stash of paper, there are certain papers I can pull out and I'm going to cut them and they're going to be fibrous. It just is. And I'm going to have the fibers on the edge and I take my scissor and run up the edge. And I can turn around with that same trimmer and take a different paper and cut it and it is not frayed. I'm telling you, 90% of the time, blades are being changed when it's really paper that's causing the problem. Also, humidity in your room. This time of year, you can feel it in your cardstock. You can feel it. Like some of your cardstock that's really thick is kind of soft right now. That's the humidity. That's the air conditioning and everything working to keep you cool and all that good stuff. So many times the paper is a problem. And I say this because some people go, I run through blades so fast. I do not. My staff will tell you, and I promise I craft more than you guys do. I promise I do. I'm cutting paper. My trimmers work all day long between me and the girls in the room, whoever's crafting, and I rarely change my blade. Now I will tell you, you can nick a blade. Like I've nicked them, like I've put a mark in the blade or hit something I shouldn't have or done something like that or somehow chipped it, and that can happen. I have done that. But I promise you guys, a lot of times the paper's the issue. That's right, Lynn. That's probably where I get that. Lynn says cutting is the same with sewing. Be consistent. That's probably where I get that from because that's what I learned was just like when you're cutting out a pattern, if you cut piece A this way, cut piece B through Z that way too. Just as long as you're consistent, it's not going to be off enough for you to see anything. But if you're in and out, you can. I haven't, Amy. I haven't done a pin holder. Heidi, that's a good question. She said, I wanted to tell you I've looked at pre-made albums online to purchase, but I'm not sure which to purchase first. I thought maybe I might not be the only one, so I wanted to mention it to you. I'm going to tell you the first one you should get is the 49 and Market, the first album we got. I don't know the name of it. I think they're portrait and landscape albums, I think is what they go by. But the one that just came back in.
The landscape white one.
That's the first one. Let me tell you why. Because it makes sense. It's not a puzzle you're putting together. You're just decorating it. That's the first one. Then look at folios, like the little folios we have. Then look at the albums that you put together like a puzzle piece. Those puzzle piece albums can confuse people. I know this because when people walk in the door and they want to talk albums, that's usually the one that confuses them.
So how rare is rare? Like a couple times a year or once every 2 years, or what do you think?
I'll say a couple times a year. But and I think that's rare because how much I craft. Does my staff think that's right? Where's Shannon? Shannon, would you say a couple times a year we change the blade? Oh, Michelle, I don't think she was talking about that kind of pen holder. I think she's talking about like a stand on your desk pen holder. I could be wrong. We'll let her clarify. But I think so.
How often do you have to change your blade?
I changed my blade the other day, but I don't remember the time before that I changed my blade.
But you changed it because it had a chip in it.
No, I haven't changed it.
Or something.
That's what makes me so mad. I did it. There's something wrong with that trimmer, and I'm not sure what it is. I think I do know, and I don't know how it happened. You know, we put trimmers out for everybody to use, okay? This trimmer had something sticky on it, and I think somebody tried to get that sticky off in an aggressive way, and it messed up my cut. There's an issue here, and I think my blade got nicked because of it. I'm not sure why, but.
Dress My Craft scoring blade broke. Well, can I get something to replace those? Help me out there.
I don't know that they have replacement
Score blades.
but we'll look. And another thing is, if you guys ever have that happen, so we have, I'm going to put us back on big faces. We have sometimes we'll get sent back a trimmer or something for some reason that makes it not usable or sellable. And sometimes we have those things here. Like I never throw them away. Like I'm always like, that arm could come in useful. You know, you just never know. So you might want to just ask us because Amber might be able to get you something like that. Not always and not all the time, But like somebody mentioned that they couldn't get the housing for their trimmer, for the Cricut, and I don't know that they sell the replacement housing, like this piece. Not the blade, but the housing. And you know, we had some trimmers where the arms were stuck.
Yeah.
And that we replaced, but we brought them back. So we might have those too.
But
Only
then
a
it says
couple.
she changes her blade once a month.
See, that's too much. And I know people doing that. So we need to talk about that, Vanessa, because you're spending too much money. You need to be able to buy paper packs and not blades. We need to talk about that. And it could be I don't know.
Maybe it could be the amount of pressure that they're putting on the blade that's causing it to, I don't know.
I don't know either. So was Colleen the one talking about the lump and the bump? Because here's
No, that
okay.
was somebody else, but Colleen did mention it right there.
When your blade skips, check for a chip. That's what I find. If it skips, or if it doesn't, like if your blade usually goes through 3 pages and you only get to go through 2, check for a chip. If your paper bunches, Vanessa, sink the blade. That's the trick on bunching. Y'all know what that means. I've taught that before, right? If you don't know, tell me and I'll show you. Many times it's the paper. That's it. Paper packs, not blades. Amen. That's right. Karen,
Just show real quick. You don't take me just a second to show it.
Show
What
sinking
you
the
mean by
blade.
sinking it? Just grab a piece of cardstock out of bin.
You're so cute. You're literally the cutest. I'm serious. Out of what, babe?
Out of bin.
Got it.
Boom.
All right, here's how you sink the blade. So let's say I want to cut, especially is important if, let me do this. I'm going to cut like a 2-inch piece. I'm just going to go like this. And first off, I want you, first off, don't do this. This is my chipboard trimmer. I'm glad I looked because that would have been bad. That would have been bad. So this is my trimmer that's having issues with the blade. So let's see what happens tonight when we do it. This is the one that I was like, I think I've nicked it. All right, so first off, you want to put your paper all the way to the stopper. There's a stopper up there, okay? You want to put your housing underneath and cut up to the stopper. See, it cut just fine just then. Cut just fine. So I don't know if maybe it was what I was doing the other night.
What about the sinking part?
I just wanted to make sure it was cutting before I did that. All right, here's where sinking comes in handy. I'm too high, I'm too far out. Here's where sinking comes in handy, okay? Let's say you want to cut a diagonal and you want a super sharp corner. Or you just have paper that tends to wad up, like accordion, like that. Here's what you do. Take your blade to the center of that page and sink it, all right? And then what I want you to do is push up and down or vice versa. I typically go up then down because my habit is to cut up, okay? So I send it up and then I bring it down. And that way I get this really smooth, perfect corners. Do you see that? I mean, that's really sharp. So sinking the blade really, really helps if you end up struggling, especially like say I want to cut an 1/8 inch. If I sink this blade, I typically can get that. It's working fine tonight. Isn't that crazy? I typically can do this from sinking the blade. If I tried to do this with a dull blade and just pushed up from the bottom, let's see. It worked. I don't know. Maybe there was something in here.
Several people were saying that you could have something in the track there.
I try to do this a lot. I try to. See, there's some gunk. I try to clean this, because I'll tell you something.
Is that what you were referring to with somebody tried to clean it too aggressively?
I think somebody was a little aggressive right here.
Do you know who that
I don't know. But
self-incriminating yourself there?
No, I don't think it was me. But honestly, a lot of people use my trimmer. I mean, I don't have any idea. A lot of people do. So, I love teaching y'all. If it's accordion, if it's wadding up, I can't say that word, then try the sink the blade method. It's usually like a really good blazer. It hides a lot of issues, you know what I'm saying? The sink the blade is like your black blazer with the great shoulder pads. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Man, I need a new blazer. That would be I haven't had a blazer in forever, but they're very popular right now.
I can see you sporting one around in 100-degree weather.
No, you won't. All right, did you see any other questions?
No.
Oh, Colleen says that was her suggestion. That could have been it. I don't know. I don't know what lump and bump means. I wonder if she means that on the edge. Probably in something I said. We answered it, though. My trimmers and scoreboard live on my trash can. Mine, too, right here. Right here. That's funny. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I have accidentally tossed it in the trash can. Have you ever done that? I have. Yeah, Colleen, you may be right. I don't know. You may be right. I've done that too. Lizzie, this is true. She says sinking the blade also helps her cut lower quality paper. Yes, it does. All right. Do we have a funny story to share this week?
I can't imagine in mine in your life we hadn't had something funny happen this week.
We usually share something. I had a story, and look. So, y'all know I love lettuce. Have we talked about this? I'm a big lettuce salad fan. Love iceberg lettuce. I know it's not the best lettuce for you, but I love it, and I love it cut a certain way. So I bought that bowl. I told you about this bowl. How many of you are here for the bowl? You've already heard about it. I bought that bowl thing to cut it in. Well, that was a really good idea, except it's too small, because nowadays these heads of lettuce we're getting are massive, okay? So even if I cut it in half and put it in there, it's hard to twist the bowl around, so I don't recommend the bowl, okay? Also don't recommend this other thing. But Vince and I were talking about how much I love salad for dinner. That's my favorite thing. Well, I said, babe, the next time you want to get me a gift, like, y'all do this to your husband? Do you ever go, the next time you're going to get me something, knowing they're not going to remember it, but you go, the next time you want to get me something, I want you to order me this industrial lettuce cutter. And he was like, what? I said, I'm serious. It's an industrial lettuce cutter. And let me tell you how I learned about it. I watched this little girl who's a Hutterite. It's kind of like Amish. And she goes in the kitchen and shows you their baking and all that. And they have one. And they cut heads of lettuce with this industrial lettuce cutter. And he was like, order it. I'm like, what? He's like, order it. If you want it, get it. I'm like, are you kidding me? You've just changed my life. You're going to let me order this lettuce cutter. So I ordered it. Well, that weekend, while it was on order, we went to Sam's to pick up our like bulk stuff for the week, or for the longer than that, but you know, our bulk stuff. And they had onions for $5 a bag. Massive onions. Vidalia. Oh, so good. Now, Vince don't eat onions, but I do. And that's why I like to freeze them, because you can take them right out of the freezer bag and put them in the skillet, and they work just great. So I said, I'm going to get these onions. And he was like, what are you going to do with a bag of onions? I said, I'm going to put them up. Like I've always wanted to say I put something up, like my grandma used to say, I put up this many things of peas or this many whatever. I always want to say, I'm going to put them up. He was like, how are you going to do that? I said, I'm going to use my new industrial chopper, and I'm going to chop these onions, and I'm going to put them in Ziploc bags, and I'm going to put them up. Okay. So I've had those onions for a week, and I knew.
Wait just a minute. So what you're telling me is that you have now contaminated the lettuce cutter with onions.
No, I cleaned it.
Okay.
But my hands are not going to recover. So I took those onions. It must have been 9 or 10 onions. I took those onions and that industrial cutter. And I'm going to tell y'all something. This was so funny. You should have been up there with me. First off.
I heard it downstairs.
It was. Does it sound like some kind of torture device?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and you can't just, you don't just like shut it. You use the weight. Y'all need to see it. It's industrial. Like it's not, this is something you'd find in a commercial kitchen. Okay. It has legs. It sits up. I had to show it to Joe, and he was like, what have you done? It's just so funny. So you put the onions on there, and you take the arm, and the weight of the top of it is what you let cut it. Because the first time I didn't do that, I tried to help it, and it actually made my hip hurt. Like, come on. How old am I that my hip hurt? I went, oh, that hurt my hip. But what you do is you let the weight cut through. So it takes about 3 slings to go through an onion. But I could go through 1 onion in 3 slings.
Lynn, you are right.
I can't even look.
She said you could use that guillotine cutter for lettuce.
It's the truth. So I discovered I figured out how to do them, whatever. I put up, now listen, in my mind, I put up 100 bags, honestly. I was like, So proud of myself, cutting those onions, getting them in the bags, getting all the air out. My kitchen looked like a crime scene. I'm not kidding. There was onion everywhere. One time I did it and I missed the bowl. Onions went everywhere. I was like, Vince is not going to recover because he hates onion. Okay, I'm going to let Vince tell y'all a story too in just a second, a quick story. So anyway, I get them all put up and Vince comes upstairs and I'm like, can you smell it? He's like, the onions? Yeah, I can smell the onions. And I said, well, they're done. They're ready to go downstairs. He was fixing to go back. I said, you want to put them in the freezer for me? So I put them in this dish and I said, just take them down there and put the whole dish in the freezer. When he got down there, I said, oh, by the way, count how many bags it is so I can know how many bags that onion will do, that many onions will do. He's like, okay. And I don't know why I didn't count them, but I'm just waiting to hear like 10, 15 bags. He went, 5. I said, what? He said, 5. I said, 5 what? He said, 5 bags of onions. I said, I only put up 5 bags of onions and all that work. 5 quart bags of onions. I was shocked. I thought we were set for the year. I really did. I thought I have got us set for onions. And we might be because you don't touch them. But I love onions. And the reason I started doing it, because some of you might ask, the reason I wanted to do it is because I buy frozen onions from the grocery store. But the problem is they don't top and tail their onions before they chop them in their industrial machine.
What?
So you end up getting like all the pieces.
What?
Hold on, you get all the pieces in your frozen bag and then you bite into it. You know when you bite into that skin of an onion and it just goes nowhere? That's why I did it. Okay.
Y'all have to be lying. They say rub your hands on your stainless steel sink or faucet and it's gone.
That's no word of a lie. That is the truth. And I did not do it.
That's crazy.
I did not do it and I knew it. And you know how I discovered that? You know my mother bought every gadget under the sun. Remember this?
Yeah.
She had that stainless steel bar soap. It's just a stainless steel piece that looks like a soap, like a bar of soap.
Yeah.
And she would wash her hands and use the soap on it like this and it would get the smell off. I thought I had the smell off. And this morning when I was putting my makeup on, I was like, what in the world? So I've got to do that. But you're exactly right about that. So
the funny story that she wants to tell you is on Sunday nights and sometimes Wednesday nights, we used to go to this pizza place in Montgomery.
that's not the funny story.
Well, I'm telling that one.
Oh, I was going to talk about when you stepped on it.
Oh, I'll tell that one too. We go to this pizza place and Maymay gets this cheeseburger pizza and she's just, I mean, it tastes good, and she's letting everybody know how good it tastes. And I'm like, that looks good. She said, it's good. I said, has it got onion on it? She said, I don't taste no onion. She said, you want to try it? And I said, yeah, I'll taste it.
I was being honest, right?
So, don't interrupt me. I take a bite of that pizza, and as I pull it away from my lips, a ginormous piece of onion flops out on my chin.
I wish I could see his face when it
It's
happened.
hanging between my teeth and out of my lips on my chin.
And he's frozen.
And I am literally frozen in space. And I look at her and go, no, there ain't no onions on this. As that huge piece of onion is hanging out of my mouth.
And I'm so sorry. I did not taste onion. I love onion, so it's not a thing for me. I don't go, ooh, onion. And when you did that and it pulled out of your mouth, I was like, oh no, because I know how much you hate onion. I had no idea. Okay, really quick, and then we're going to pray and go. Tell them about.
So we were going to Texas, I think, and we stopped in this town to eat. And I had on a brand new pair of kicks, okay? Brand new pair of Nike tennis shoes. And I was thrilled with them. Loved them. And as I open the door of the truck, I step out and somebody has dropped a half of an onion on the ground.
Like a half of an onion.
I'm talking about a half of a whole onion.
It was
just
a
laying
purple
on the
onion
ground.
cut
You
in
know
half.
What happened? I stepped on it. And I mean, I was violated. I was so mad.
But can I tell my side of the car? Because here's what happened. We get out of the truck.
Yeah.
You were driving the trailer and you had to back the trailer into the back of this restaurant,
Yes.
right? So we had to park by the dumpster. That's what it was. It was an onion by the dumpster. But we go to the car and when he gets out of the car, I hear him go, ugh, like this loud, like all of us heard it, all of us.
I mean, I was mad.
And we looked at him and we're like, what happened? And we weren't around there. We were on our side of the car and we're like, what happened? He said, I stepped on an onion. And I mean, we're thinking, wow, this is a really big reaction for a piece of onion, but you do hate onion.
No.
We turned the corner and that onion he had stepped on was the size of the ball of his foot.
It was so big it had squashed out from under my shoe. Okay, it was disgusting.
And he was done. He was beside himself about that onion.
I was so mad.
Stepped on an onion. So now we joke about stepping on an onion. It's too funny. It was Texas Made It Con. That's exactly what it was.
Ooh, I was
at
mad.
Subway. We were at Subway.
I was so mad.
It's so funny.
Brand new pair of kicks.
So funny.
Destroyed by onion.
So if you don't know, Vince despises onion. And then today, I ordered, it's been a week of onions. It's been a week of onions.
Yeah.
I ordered his lunch today and I full well told the lady, no onion. I didn't say no onion. Let me take that back. I said cheese and gravy only, which I thought meant no onion.
To me, it does mean no
Cheese and gravy only. Because she said, what would you like on it? Cheese and gravy only is what I said. And when he got it home, it was gravy, no cheese, and onion. And he had to peel all those onions off. And it just ruins his day. It just ruins his day.
does. And I know that you say you can rake them off and you won't taste them, but they're still there.
Well, the good thing is he doesn't dislike the flavor of an onion.
That's right. I don't mind onion powder. I don't mind onion rings as long as they're real thin and they got a thick layer of batter on them to cover it up. But I do not like onions.
So I keep saying we're going. Last night I made dinner and it was subpar. It was not good, and
It was delicious.
it was not good. Anyway, I made dinner and he came upstairs. He said, "What's for dinner?" And I said, "I made this taco bake thing. I just made it up. I'm like, I made this taco bake thing." He's like, "What's in it?" I knew exactly what he was saying because I had cut all those onions yesterday. He just knew there'd be onions all in it. I won't do that to him.
No, I don't want onions on nothing.
I
No
can add an
burger,
onion.
No, nothing.
So I never put it in his food, but he stood there and I had to name everything I put in that taco bake. And he was like, I said, "Babe, I know you're asking because you don't want there to be onions." He said, "No, because you cut all those onions." I said, "I promise I won't. I never do that
Look,
to you."
if y'all remember back when Vinny's Vittles was rocking and rolling, I told y'all the only way I'm going to eat an onion is if you cooked it to death.
He did tell y'all that, and he cooked them to death in that episode.
That's right.
He really did.
Despise onions.
Thomas does too.
Now I'm in
Thomas
a
can't
bad
stand
mood.
it.
I don't even know if I can pray.
Talked about onions.
God forgive me for hating onions.
I was surprised that, okay,
Nope, no French onion soup. Nope.
when we go grocery shopping, this is how bad he hates onion. When we go grocery shopping, I love onion. So I usually buy one onion that will last me the week, right? So I'll say, "Oh, I need my onion." Not now, I have plenty. But we go over there and I'll get the onion. And Vinny's job in the produce section, do y'all shop with your husbands? I love grocery shopping with my husband. Multiple reasons, but mostly because it's just fun to shop with Vinny. But his job what's your job in the produce section?
I have to open them stinking bags.
He opens the bags. I don't know why that's his job. He made it his job. I don't mind opening them, but that's his job. So Vinny gets the bag, I get the onion. Well, to be funny one day, I took the onion and went to put it in the bag, and on my way in, I tried to touch his hand with it. I mean to tell you, it's like oil and water. You're not touching Vinny with the onion. It does not matter what it takes for him to get away.
Get them
You are
nasty
not
things
touching
away
him with the
from
onion.
me.
And I'm talking about a full onion that's still in its wrapper. No, you will not. I would go. I try to touch him. He's jerking away. I could not get him with that onion.
No.
Okay. Enough about onions. I hope y'all
Look,
enjoyed
I think
this.
when I get to heaven, I'm going to say, why did you create them vile things?
Oh, God.
Probably won't.
I love onions. Like, love them. Like, don't know one I don't like. Love them.
And I can remember my papa, he used to eat them like an apple.
My uncle did.
Peel that son of a gun and just, I'm like, oh, that just makes me want to, it just makes me bad. Oh, I don't like even thinking about
My
Papa
uncle,
doing it.
I don't know what it was about spaghetti, but when when my Aunt Maisie made spaghetti, it was spaghetti. She'd make him a bowl of spaghetti,
Aretha's
a
comment
piece
just
of
got
garlic bread, and there'd be a half of an onion on the plate. And I remember him eating
couldn't
his
eat nothing
spaghetti.
on that plate.
He would eat bread, and then he would bite that onion. I've never tried it. It's probably good. Okay, what?
Aretha said, shopping with my husband is like hunting with the game warden.
That's funny. That's funny. It's not like that with Vinny. It's not. I have to dial him back sometimes.
Yeah.
Or I do sometimes have to. Okay. We had the smokehouse cheddar situation. Do you love all our situations? Did you hear that? Babe, we had the smokehouse cheddar situation. What was it?
I had a few packs.
So Vinny didn't realize he'd been buying these buy one, get one smokehouse cheddar deals for a few weeks. So my cheese drawer was overrunning with smokehouse cheddar, which he's the only one who eats it. None of us like it. So I had to do a new organization of the cheese drawer so he would know, you already have this, don't buy it. So he did not love it. He was not real happy about the fact that I made like a filing section of all his cheeses. And we were in the cheese aisle one day and I said, you do not need smokehouse cheddar. And it's almost like, yes, I do. I have to buy it because I'm here. You don't need it.
Yeah.
All right.
Bonnie has asked this question numerous times, and I have failed to answer it.
Did you see that Jet
What
said?
is the Header Right YouTube channel you watch?
Oh, her name is, what is her name? Hold on. Giselle Waldner? Is that her name? Giselle Waldner. She's adorable. I love watching her. Jet said, don't step on the onion is the moral of the story.
Yes, that is definitely the truth.
Giselle Waldner. Is that right? Am I telling you the right one?
We
I
don't
think
need
so.
no onion stamp set. What's wrong with y'all?
I love onions. All right. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying the Tuesday nights versus the Thursdays. But we still had fun Thursday. We spent an hour together Thursday afternoon. It's a lot of fun too.
Yep.
And this week, who knows? It might not be me crafting. Who
Fried
knows?
onion sandwich.
Oh, that sounds good. My daddy used to say they ate onion sandwich because they were poor. They would eat onion sandwiches.
It's okay if y'all like onions. It really is.
He still loves
you.
you.
have the right to be wrong. It is okay.
He loves me, and I love him.
I still love every stinking one of you, even if you do stink onion.
You've not noticed it, which I've been surprised you haven't
I'll
noticed it.
kiss you even if you got onion breath, but woo.
I don't know why he does that, but he does. All right. I love you guys. We're going to say a little prayer together. And just so you know, if you do have a specific prayer request, please head over to our Facebook group called Created in Christ. I remembered we changed the name recently. We have a lot of prayer warriors over there, and they love to pray for you, and they pray for each other. And we also have a prayer list where Tamitha takes the prayers that are requested, and then she puts them on the prayer list. So if you're a person that wants to print that prayer list out, maybe put it in your prayer binder or put it with your journal or your devotion while you have prayer time, we would love for you to participate in that too. Also, when we pray here, we pray for everyone in general. And over there, we can pray more specifically for you if you have specific needs. So, are you too mad to pray?
Ooh, I like what Gene said. Gene said, my dad, if he felt a cold coming on, he would peel an onion and put horseradish on it and eat it like an apple. He said no self-respecting bug would live in a body that smelled like that.
That's funny.
I can agree with that.
I would love to meet your dad. That's funny. That's
All right,
funny.
guys, let's go to the Lord together in prayer, all right? God, thank you so much for this time we can spend together. And I just thank you for the laughter that we've shared. I thank you for every person watching tonight, God, for their continued support of Maymay Made It. God, I don't know where we would be without them, and we just appreciate them so, so very much. Thank you for the gifts that you've given Maymay and the time that she can share these with her friends and with our friends, all of them. And God, we just give you praise and honor and glory. We thank you for all of your blessings, how you watch over us, how you provide for us, how you protect us. God, as I just pray, God, that something we've said tonight, something we've done, has let somebody else know how much we love you and how much you love them. And God, we'll give you all the praise and honor and glory, and thank you again for the way you bless us and the way you meet our needs in spite of everything. God, you're such a good God. Thank you for your son Jesus, for sacrificing him on the cross that we might have eternal life with you. And God, we look forward to the day that you send him back for your church and we get to come and be with you and all those that we miss so much. God, we love you. We give you praise, honor, and glory tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I want to mention real quick that I saw that Tamitha put the link in just as I went to bow my head. So she did find Giselle's channel. I I think that's her. But she's really fun to watch. She takes you in and out of their kitchen, shows you some of their not like recipes in depth, but she's just fun to watch. Just good, clean, fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? All right, we love you guys, and until Thursday, bye now.
Bye now.